Welcome to Mod Pod with Fukunaga, a podcast that celebrates the strength and pulse of the luxury market. And now, here's your host, Vanessa Fukunaga.
Hi everyone, it's Vanessa Fukunaga with Mod Pod with Fukunaga, and today we are Mod Pod on the move because we're on location with Dr. Cárdenas, but I love to call him by his full name, Dr. Carlos Mauricio Cárdenas Ramos y su papá José Cárdenas. Muchas gracias por venir, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias a ti, Vanessa, por invitarnos.
Y lo siento, voy a hacer esta entrevista en inglés, pero mi español no es perfecto, quizás es mitad, pero yo entiendo mucho. Yo entiendo casi todo. Ten cuidado. Entonces, pero yo tengo preguntas sobre muchas cosas. Okay, voy a hablar en inglés. Okay. Estamos. We're here in your clinic.
Yes.
Tell me how you, before this clinic, how did you even get started in anti-aging? Porque Dr. Carlos is un especialista de anti-aging y estéticos. And he is not only a doctor, but it is in the art of performing treatments with anti-aging and aesthetics. Anybody, I mean, it's true, anybody can cut your skin, anybody can put in a thread, anybody can give you Botox. But it is in the experience, it's in the training, it's in what you create. So I would love to know how you got started in medicine.
Yeah, Vanessa, for example, that's an interesting question because I think not much people know about this kind of specialty. For sure, I'm a doctor surgery before, but everybody thinks that to do this, you need to be a surgery plastic, for example. Mm-hmm. Even you didn't know that if you are surgery plastic or dermatology, you have to get an upgrade in anti-aging aesthetics. Mm-hmm. And especially for this kind of treatment that everybody is doing now, only Botox, for example, but you can find more than 100, 200, 300 different treatments for anti-aging and aesthetics. Especially in this clinic that we have we can fix all the problems you have for aesthetics. I started studying medicine 7 years. For 7 years was for surgery, but not surgery plastic. That important point. And after that, I have to did 4 years for anti-aging and aesthetics.
Wow.
And after that, you have to training for sure be on the top. You know, we have to travel around the world 4 times per year for training, especially in lasers. You know, laser is a word that global, only one treatment, but nobody knows that you can find different kind of laser, depend the problem you have, depend the age, depend the quality of your skin, the damage that you have, no? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, that's true. Even, I know that I don't know if I have, I should say this, but yes, not only be a surgery, you can do this kind of treatment. You have to do this kind of specialty. Mm-hmm. for offer the best quality of treatments.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's really interesting that with the treatments, you and your dad have really created a business with you at the forefront as the doctor, but with your father also really, with Jose, handling the almost the business side of it and really looking for where are the best technologies, where are the best treatments. And you know, I've told you, stop teaching everybody your treatments because there's an art to it and not everybody has the art. And we've all done some things. You know, I've had the, what do you call it? The hydrofacial and the blah, blah, blah. but I've seen other people, and I've actually had Ultherapy, and I'll just tell you my story. I had Ultherapy in the States. I thought, oh, it's the latest thing. I'm going to do it. First of all, it cost me $1 gajillion. Secondly, and you know I can take a ton of pain, it hurt so badly. I thought I will never, ever, ever do it again. And this was, I don't even know, 10 years ago, something like that. Then when you guys became clients of Ocean Blue, we talked about it, and we were talking about Ultherapy, no downtime,
Exactly.
no pain.
No.
And I honestly, at first didn't believe it. But I thought I would try, and it worked. I had no pain, no downtime, and I couldn't believe it. I have told everybody, because I'm just telling you, I probably had the most pain I've ever had. I've never given birth to a baby, but I think that's what it was like. I mean, my face was swollen. It was a terrible experience. And when I came with you guys, it was technology that you found and that you administered that was very, very different than anything else. Now, you studied 7 years in surgery. You study 4 more years for aesthetics. Now, where was the idea when you and your dad were thinking about, okay, you started aesthetics. How do you start and think about, let's create a business here in Cabo with aesthetics?
Vanessa, for example, you say something important. You start talking about the Ultherapy. Ultherapy was the first machine that we had.
It was?
Yes. That's interesting because we decided to start the business always since the beginning, offering a quality, the best quality, of no pain, no downtime, but always using equipment with FDA-approved, for example. Yeah, and we start with a good, excellent result, I can tell. And we decided to move here because especially this place, we have American, Canadian people who come around the world to Cabo for treatments, not only aesthetics, all the kind of treatments with doctors. And especially they found me because this is a good machine, you know, it's a good treatment, no downtime, no nothing, no pain. And we start with that machine, and in only 3 or 4 months, we start to bring a new technology because the patient liked, because we all every time we are getting
better and better.
Yeah, you know.
And newer and newer. Exactly. Now, how are you, I would love you to tell the audience, how are you thinking about the next step, the next treatment? I think you told me one time you have over 180 treatments that you can do.
Yes.
That's incredible. Now, I know you're the doctor, but I'd love to hear a little bit from Pepe. I'm going to call him Pepe. I'd love to hear a little bit from Pepe about the treatments and the technologies that you use.
I need to have and buy and search some engineers help me to do this work, travel with us around the world, and South Korea specifically, in Europe and France, and the next Wednesday we're going to Las Vegas.
Woo!
After the COVID for 5 nights, and it's going to be really great. Great. I never know what I'm going to find, but it's people there in that day who help me to choose the best, what is the best of the world, and they check everything because they are engineers. So I have friends now from South Korea, engineers too, and they're going to be there. And that is the most important thing. But they invite us for training my son every year in South Korea. They are developing the most advanced technologies and the way to do the things. So if the best of the world do the things really great there, the treatments, we gotta have that treatments too, that techniques. That is the idea.
And Dr. Carlos, how do you, so you will go to these conferences. How do you keep up with the latest way, the latest techniques, or are you developing your own techniques, which is kind of what I think you're doing?
Yeah, that's the other point, Vanessa. It's not only have the technology, have the products for sure, and we have always the best products. But the more important is the techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my secrets is that I have my own techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why my treatments always look different.
Mm-hmm.
That's one secret.
Because you're always doing something different depending on the person.
Exactly.
You know, if I don't have wrinkles, let's say I don't have wrinkles, then you're not going to do something that is, I don't know, you're not going to put a laser on me that I don't need.
Of course not.
I mean, of course not, right? So that's what I really have appreciated, and I've heard from your other clients. I love when I've heard from your other clients, oh, I call him Dr. Carlos, but Dr. Cárdenas Ramos, Dr. Cardenas has said no.
Exactly.
So even when people, and I know some men, and you actually have a lot of male patients.
Yeah, that's important. You say, for example, sometimes the patient can come and tell me what they want. For example, Ultherapy is a treatment that we can do it, but sometimes they can come and decide the treatment, but they are not a good patient for that.
And I love that you will tell them no. It's actually interesting. I have a few lady friends who come here and they actually talk about you guys because number one, you're very unique in that you're a father and son. And that you have created what I think is an interesting, honest, state-of-the-art business that actually cares for people. I have seen, and we all know, a million people who have some kind of doctor degree. But you can't have a doctor degree and just put Botox anywhere unless you want some eyelid that's hanging down here. And I think that that's really important. I think that, the way you handle your patients, honestly, with love and care, and I see that between you. It's your reputation. You're also here in Cabo.
Yes.
Now, how many years have you been in Cabo?
Around 8 years.
8 años. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Y también tienes mujeres y hombres.
Sí. Yes.
Ajá. La mitad
sometimes can change something.
Ajá.
Years ago I had a 50-50.
Wow.
But now I think we are only 80%.
Okay. And whenever they want to book, also they stay state of the art, not only with your machines, but also with your bookings, because you can actually book online.
Yes.
Because all you have to do is go to drcardenasaesthetics.com, drcardenasaesthetics.com, and you can actually book your appointment right there online.
Yes.
And I would suggest that you do it because you're busy.
Yeah, you're right.
Busy is probably the understatement.
Yeah, and you can see in my website all the hours available, and you can decide the good time for you. Yeah.
Now, when you go to Vegas, what will be your purpose there? Is it a convention?
Yes, normal is different. We're waiting, but maybe it's more for it's the new technologies. It's more the conference. It's more for the newest technology.
And I'd love to, again, talk to Pepe, because I would love to talk about some of the máquinas, some of the treatments, if you don't mind.
Of course.
So I would love to know, and I'm looking around and I see all these crazy machines that are very scary, but they're actually not, because I know that you guys take very good care and that you help people and understand that they can, You know, people always tell you, but it's actually true. You can go on your lunchtime, have a treatment, and go back to work. It's the truth.
Yes.
It is absolutely the truth. It's incredible. Tell me about the different technologies, where you get them from, and why.
I think everything comes from South Korea. They are 14 years advanced over all the cities of the world, the countries. I lived the experience, the education. I went and I see how they produce this. They are very advanced. I know that, and I try to have the best and the premium lasers, the premium ultrasound, the premium the sculpting, the premium everything they can do better than another brand in the world, because sometimes it's not so good the technology in other countries. They do only TV shows and something like that.
I know.
And that is very expensive for the people. They have to pay for the TV, and we don't need to do that. We know what are we doing, and the people feel and can live the results.
What would you suggest would be the most effective treatments?
A premium Hollywood pill. We have a very, very special premium
Okay,
laser.
I'll just admit it, I've had the Hollywood peel. It's crazy. It sounds like it hurts, and it does not. And all it does is it makes you glow.
Of course.
It makes you glow. And it takes, I don't know, 15 minutes?
Yeah, 20
Yes.
minutes.
20 minutes, something like, it's like nothing. It's literally nothing. You have also the best. I love your hydrofacial. This, and it's not just any other facial. That's what I'm trying to explain. This is different technology. Nobody has this kind of technology because it not only, explain, please.
Premium solutions. So it's Korean medicine.
Yes.
It's very high level what you feel in your skin. So even the Korean Ultherapy is Ultracell Q Plus, the most advanced. It's in lines. Do dots and lines in your face. Pull up.
But I have none. Hold on, I don't want to smile.
Only you decide to do it.
And we try every advices has to be premium and the best of the world. We try. And if there comes another new, it's every 2 years, we change the technology. Every time you can find the best advices of the world here, the most new, every time.
What I thought was interesting is the last time we talked, and we talked about Ultherapy was one of the first treatments that they did, but you actually have not the old Ultherapy machines, you actually have 2 or 3 of the new machines.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because we are too busy, sometimes patients are doing this treatment here, in the other side another one is waiting, so we can move the advices so much because it's very sensitive. And we gotta give you the service every time we have 2 or 3 advices of the same lasers or ultrasounds.
But it's also different because you're always upgrading.
Yes, upgrading, and Dr. Cardenas do the trainings personal to you, direct to you. Nobody else touch.
Yes.
Nobody is going to touch your face. That is why only.
That's for sure.
Only,
That is for sure.
that is why he's the master, and here is only 1 patient every time at the time, or 2 if they are married. That is, but it's very exclusive. We try. We try.
So tell me a little bit about how many times do you go to Korea?
I would like to be more than once, but I can be there twice a year, but for sure once a year. Yeah.
I don't know any other doctor that does that. I mean, I don't know all the doctors in the world, but I'm just telling you what I hear from other ladies, what I hear from other patients. You know, when you get talking about, where do you get a facial? And I want to talk about the facial in a minute because it's different. Nobody talks about how often their doctor studies, how often their doctor upgrades the máquinas. I'm going to say the technology. Oh my God, all I'm speaking in is Spanish. The technologies. Nobody talks about the doctor's techniques. I've heard terrible stories about people who have had bad techniques and have had to come here to fix them.
Yeah, I don't like to see that kind of people, but yes, sometimes
It's happened.
it happens. It's my decision to do it, but yeah. And about you asked my dad about the upgrade of the machine. That's true. So, for example, the first Ultherapy that we had lasts only 2 years, and I had to change.
Lasts
the
only
machine.
2 years.
And I changed the machine, and the second one lasts only 1 year. And I had to get an upgrade and buy another one. Yeah.
And so what would you say would be your, I don't say your most popular, but your most effective either machines or treatments?
I think finally you have not all, but I make this.
Or combo?
Yeah, it's a because it's a project. It's a project. For example, in the face, I always like start with Ultherapy because it's the deeper treatment, work all the layer of your skin. But the only I like start with that because if you decide to do Botox, filler, or something like that, you can destroy the treatment with Ultherapy because
See,
it's
people
warm.
don't know that.
Yeah. So it's the first step always. And even immediately after the Ultherapy, you can do all the treatments you want.
Really interesting. I wanted to talk to you about the hydrofacial. And Pepe, let me talk to you about that because I've had a gajillion facials in my life. Number one, they feel good. It's very relaxing. Somehow, I have trouble sleeping, so somehow I always fall asleep. But your hydrofacial is very different. I've had the ones that are like the dermabrasion kind or whatever that suck the whatever out of you, and then they put on creams. This is not how it works. No. Explain how your hydrotherapy facial machine actually works. It's very different.
The Onson company, they are the owners of their line of products for the skin. It's developed by them. But our premium solutions, the most important thing what is touching you is the medicine, the Korean medicine. So in one moment we have water, this is a new thing, and the machine separate the oxygen, and the water touch you is hydrogen. So he wants to be water again and take the oxygen who is holding the aging the skin, see, and stop the aging of the skin. So has another different things like gymnastic for the muscles of the face, and your face will pull up and push another products inside, opening the. It's incredible. It's incredible.
It's very different.
Yes, and for the Korean friends, we see them 4 times in the year. We're going to be together. They invite us to the Congress, World Congress. They invite us to Dubai, but it's going to be so dangerous for us to be in Spain and Europe because they can close again in this. It's just too many hours and days. And we are going to be here in Las Vegas and another one in Miami in September. And then I think we wait for France, for Paris, the last weekend of January. And then to South Korea again for big training, but the best of the world. And start again. But we're in contact every time.
So who had the idea to start the business of anti-aging and aesthetics here in Cabo? How did it start? Or did you guys just talk and it just kind of developed?
I think, Vanessa, sometimes we start with illusion, and when you do the thing better that you can, the business comes. So
the vision. You had the vision.
Exactly. But finally we have it. Yeah. But always, our secret is constant innovation.
That is very true. Constant innovation. That's what I hear from everybody. And, the reality is we hear a lot of doctors that say, oh, I have the latest blah, blah, blah machine. But to me, that's one machine, and what are you the expert in? I don't want anybody touching my face. I wouldn't want my friends to have their faces touched by some laser that they don't know, or that's unsafe, or that they don't know about, or a doctor that's not experienced or trained professionally 4 times a year. I mean, I know you look very young. Let's just get that out of the way. And it's probably because of all the treatments. And look at his dad. Oh my God, I swore you were brothers. I absolutely swore that you were brothers. I couldn't get over it. But I think it's in your genes, but also, do you do the treatments yourself?
Yes, every day.
Oh my God, if I could, I would. Oh, that's so funny. But it looks really natural, and I like that. You have fabulous skin.
Yes.
It's a master.
Yeah. And the one thing I would say is that in combination with the treatments, you have specific creams.
Yes.
Right? That I think, do you find that they are very important to combine with your treatments?
Yes,
Yeah.
laboratories.
Yes, I think that the creams are the treatment at home, for see better result, for keep the result. It's a skincare treatment.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about a little bit what we have here. What is this?
That's a serum, especially for wrinkles.
What is this called? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need my glasses. Okay. Celmula.
Yeah,
Okay. And it's a serum.
that's a serum.
Now, how often would you put this on?
Normally, you can use it at day, at night, but if you use all the lines that we have, at night is okay.
At night is
Yeah.
okay. Okay. And I asked you to show me because I think you have, I don't know how many products you have, but you have a lot. And I asked you to show me kind of the best foundation for the products for today. Also, that you're going to have your own skincare line with Dr. Cárdenas.
Exactly.
Felicidades! It's very exciting. And you should, because if you have that much training, that much experience, then you should have your own creams that you believe in. And I have to admit, I did look for it online. I did. And I wanted to see, and it's very true, it only comes from South Korea. And and everybody knows those are the best products. They are 10 years ahead of everybody. And I love that you guys continually reinvent, constantly investing. This is not an inexpensive business.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of,
Yes.
I can imagine what it must cost to invest in
30 machines.
30 machines.
Yes, in this moment.
Oh my gosh.
You can find-
Who signs off on it? Papa or son? Who signs off?
Me.
We have to sign both.
That's funny. And
Our house too.
but it's been worth it. You know what? I always believe like the people that make it big. I know so many people who have, it sounds cliche, but when you have a vision or you have a dream
Yes.
and you really believe in it and you believe in yourselves and it's worth investing in and you know that you can be the one to make it successful, that it's worth the investment and someday it's going to hit.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And you guys have really done that and
Yes.
you really invest.
15 years with this dream. We start to see the results, and this is for people like you too. Thank you so much, Vanessa.
No, you're welcome. It's my pleasure to have you. I was so excited. I said, you have to be in Ocean Blue because all of our clients from Ocean Blue are the clients for here, for Dr. Cárdenas, Dr. Carlos, Mauricio Cárdenas Ramos. But they are, and also my real estate clients. So Engel and Volker Snell Real Estate, they're the top end people. These are people that can afford products and treatments. Speaking of that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the prices.
That's 20% from the LA prices. They save, the American people save 80% from the cost.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? 80% of the cost of doing the treatments in the US.
In the best, more important, using the same quality or even the best.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. What I don't want, and what I'm sure you don't want, are people saying, oh, I came to Mexico to get some treatment, and then God forbid something bad happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not what we want. We want to show people that they can get the best doctors, the best healthcare, the best treatment, the top products, the best educated doctors anywhere. Now, did I hear that you are the exclusive distributors, or how would you explain your exclusivity?
Okay, I want to start. You continue. Okay, especially, it's a special product, El-Ance.
Okay.
El-Ance, you can find it in the USA, but not always more use it in Europe. And El-Ance is a filler, but it's not exactly hyaluronic acid. And it's hard. It lasts the double time, but that product is more for fill the lines, but in the same time make you produce collagen type 1. It's the collagen that we produce when we are teenager. So, and especially it can be, every treatment that's more fillers can be dangerous. So it's got to be a special with doctor who is trained. So we are the only doctors who can put it here in all Los Cabos, Baja California Sur, and even they can offer the threads with the same brand and the same quality. And I am the only doctor in all the state that can be used.
The threads. Now, are you telling me that other people have the threads, but they don't have the exclusivity? Probably not the training. Maybe the training.
Maybe. That I hear that by my brand. So, but because they came here for training, and they told me something about it. Yeah.
But you want to know that the doctor you're going to is the exclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine putting threads in your face.
Yeah, and everybody hear about the threads, and you can find all the kind of thread, small threads and big threads, but I think we decide it's difficult, Vanessa, because it's not, for sure it's expensive, more expensive than the other kind of thread. But here to be Mexico is not expensive. But we decide to bring that because the kind of patient that we have always want to have the best, always the best. No, and I don't want to have side effects with the other kind of threads.
I really like that. I mean, because if you're doing any kind of treatment, the whole idea is you're trying to make yourself look better. So why would you pay more for somebody that's inexperienced, for somebody that gives you subpar product?
Yeah.
You want the best product. You want people that you trust. Can you imagine if you don't know or don't trust the people that are putting things on your face? That would be scary to me.
And especially this thread has a mark that you can try to find online, and you can see that this thread our doctors around the world are using.
Interesting. And so you're the exclusive.
Doctors.
What is the name of it again?
The threads is Silhouette Soft.
Okay, and the name of the El-Ance?
El-Ance, the brand.
Sinclair Laboratory. It's the #1 member in Mexico.
Okay.
Members elite.
Yeah.
And this is they come to make a video here.
Yeah, we are the only doctors here in Cabo.
Okay.
Felicidades! Felicidades! And then what other awards am I seeing here? Explain this to me.
That comes from South Korea. And you can...
That's heavy. No. Okay, go ahead. Explain. Oh my God, it is heavy. It said, oh my God, I need my glasses. With our greatest appreciation, Dr. Cárdenas Anti-Aging and Aesthetics, Dr. Carlos Mauricio Cárdenas Ramos. We sincerely appreciate for your dedicated service and outstanding accomplishments. Wow.
JC's, one of the most important companies from South Korea. They sent us the last week.
That is impressive.
And we have
Wow, wow, wow.
And that is from our friends from Onson, is the brand.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you have to read it. I'll never be able to read this. You have to read this.
Emson is a brand.
Okay.
Yeah. Plague of appreciation, Dr. Cardenas, we present you our expression of deep gratitude in recognizing your outstanding medical and quality of the service for patient care and in significant contribution to the medical aesthetics. Dr. Cárdenas Aesthetics es un global corporation.
Wow, felicidades. Look at that. Show the camera, show the audience. Excellent. See, these are the kinds of things where you want, let's put it back so you're comfortable. And, oh, my, I won't point it out, but I will show you. They are in ocean blue. And it is exciting because these are the clients that will come here. These are the clients that you definitely want. Now, we were talking a little bit about your products here. Tell me about this. I've actually used this True Repair cream, but I've used it for a lot of things, like almost every day. Yes. Tell me what you think. To me, this is a basic, I don't say basic, but it's a foundation cream that I use every day. Tell me about this.
People buy 20 creams when they...
I know, that's why I tried to buy it online.
They buy, and this cream can have solution since the DNA. That is why it's a DNA sign here.
Wow.
And people with problem of diabetics and that things will make beautiful. The skin has, it's very advanced technology. That is what I can say.
But even if you have kind of generally normal skin, I mean, for me, it feels like it gives me great moisture. It feels like it makes me glow. Yes. It feels like it repairs me at night. I mean, is that all true? I feel like it does. Yeah.
All the products do that, and so many things together to benefit the skin.
And tell me about this. Of course, what's most important is protecting.
The first step to come with me.
Is what do you tell them?
Yeah, especially this sunscreen. I like it because it's not only a sunscreen. And this sunscreen is like the True Repair. Have other benefits. It will help you to moisturize them, for example. But it made you look radiance and vital radiance, and for sure health. For it's a mix with the cream because need to work together.
And what would you tell people in general? Because it's not about just getting the treatment. First of all, you want to prevent the treatment. So you have sunscreen, you have skin repair or serums to make things last longer or to prevent. You're going to have your own skincare line. True?
Yes.
Okay. And then what would you say people might want to do to help make themselves healthier? That's even without your treatment. What can people do on a daily basis? Vitamins that they should take. What advice would you give to people?
The vitamins. Well, for me, in special, my advice is the vitamin C.
Okay.
Yeah, because that helps my treatment, especially laser, works better and faster. Yeah.
Vitamin C.
Exactly, but if my patient, we can start, that's the other part, the anti-aging. So the technology, is aesthetic. The part of anti-aging, we can work with hormone therapy and vitamins, But the first step combination with the aesthetics is only the vitamin C.
Every day, you'll tell people that they need to have vitamin C. Probably drink a lot of water.
Yes.
Right? Very important.
Especially, I like.
Actually, I'll have a little Mod Pod water as we speak.
But especially for my body treatments. Yeah, the fat removal.
Fat removal. Okay, so how many machines do you have for fat removal?
I like that point. It's because we have all the technology. Because it's like with the beginning, and not the same treatment is for everybody. In this case, we can decide which technology use. It depends the kind of fat my patient has. We have, for sure, the more famous is the cool sculpting, the freeze the fat. We use the brand of, from Elson, is the cool shaping. And now we have the second version of the machine.
Of course faster, you do.
And for me works better.
Yes.
It's incredible. But no, it's not painful, but nobody can do it. It's interesting. That's why we have other options. The new one is Lipotank 60.
Okay.
That's with high temperature. It's not freeze. That burn the fat and take only 25 minutes. And I think everybody can do it.
That's interesting. So then you look at the patient and you choose. Now, if you took a patient, and we're going to wrap up pretty soon. If you took a body, maybe toes to the top of your head, give me, and don't name 180 things that you can do, but just give me an idea of all the things that you could do between, not on me, between removing fat to tightening skin to the Ultherapy, or like, don't you have some kind of Hollywood facelift? So combinations that you might use, and then creams at the end. What are the general things that one can do here?
We just say in the beginning too that normally you can come in the lunchtime to the treatment, but I think more than one patient come in the lunchtime and leave in the night and the dinner time. That's interesting because we can work in the same time all the body. I mean, while one patient is doing the fat removal treatment, I can work the face in the same time, for example.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like do more than one treatment in the same area, more when it's for fat removal.
Okay.
In the face, yes, we can do, for example, Hollywood peel with the Ultherapy in the same day. But finally, I decide which treatment me.
So really, if somebody were looking for almost any kind of safe, secure, experienced doctors with state-of-the-art technology that comes from Korea, and with people that actually, I mean, quite frankly, believe in themselves, believe in their business, and you guys have a special relationship. I like that you're a father and son in this empresa.
Yes.
And we wish you the greatest success ever. And the last parting words, what advice would you give to the audience and to the patients if they were even thinking about something? Would you advise them to come in for maybe a consultation?
Yeah, always we start
Tell
with
the
a
people right there.
consultation, but always I have time for my patient the first time, because finally they always decide to start in the same day. That's why I always take more time for the first consultation.
Okay, and consultations, you would apply whatever that cost is towards the first treatment, whatever that might be.
Because it's a project. It's not with only one treatment you won't see what are you looking for. Always finally you need to tell me only how you want to look, and finally I decide what technology you use.
And in the safest, most experienced, and you're an artist. I mean, I've seen what you've done on people. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And again, if people want to book with you, right now they can book you with Dr Cárdenas Aesthetics.com, right?
Yes.
And you can actually see, I think we've been playing some videos, and we have the logo here so that you can actually see it throughout the podcast. But if you'd like to book online or actually see some of the videos, that I think is interesting to see what you might experience if you're going to set up some of the treatments.
Yes.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I think it's been really knowledgeable. I think you guys are incredibly special, and you're the kind of people that I think that the audience should really look for. This is a Mod Pod with Fukunaga is a global podcast. And actually, I'm kind of excited because you're going to be able to find us on Amazon, Spotify, Hulu, Apple, I mean, literally everywhere. So we want our American clients, our global clients, our Mexican clients, porque tú hablan en español y también inglés, ¿sí? You try perfectamente. Yo entiendo mucho. Yo entiendo casi todo. But that way you can have clients in multiple languages. And I think that it's important for them to really understand that you understand, you know, what their needs are in both languages, and that they can see what types of offerings that you might have. But it's been an absolute pleasure. I have to thank you again. It's a special place. I think you're special people. I wish you all the greatest success. I wish myself all of the creams in the world. And no, I'm really happy to be here, and thank you for being a part of Mod Pod with Fukunaga.
It's an honor for us.
No, thank you so much. And oh, that's a pleasure. Absolutely a pleasure. These guys are fabulous. I have to say it one more time. Dr. Cárdenas Aesthetics.com. I always want to say .com, yes. But we absolutely love everything that you're doing. Love. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Mod Pod with Fukunaga. Follow the episodes on all major podcast platforms, including Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and many more.